Roundly curved in a figure 8, suggestively feminine in silhouette, there's nothing inherently Cubist about the shape of a guitar. Juan Gris' Guitare sur une table transfigured this instrument into a fully composed concerto. It was surely inevitable that in the hands of the fellow Spaniards Gris and Picasso, that the guitar would become the most engagingly lyrical of all the still life objects they brought to the Cubist table, where they exploited the roundness of the guitar's shape as a foil to the typically angular syntax of Cubist form. In a darkened room, a shaft of light as if streaming through an open door, striking the face of the guitar and illuminating 2 sheets of music paper and a section of molding on the wall behind. Gris has dovetailed these various elements into a grandly conceived but entirely lucid composition. Here is a recent development of the artist's technique in which Gris began using the pointillist technique with the faux bois and the other textures that he incorporated into his canvases. Gris contrasted imitation textures and solid color planes, stippled with regular rows functioning by ways of contrast with adjacent planar elements, as if to aerate the geometry and lighten the density of his compositions, while sensuously animating the overall effect. In 1914, at the onset of World War I, it was a time in which many of Gris' fellow compatriots were fighting the war or enlisted, and Gris was held back in Paris. At that time, Daniel Henry Kahnweiler was his gallerist who represented him, but because he was a German national, he was forced into exile into Switzerland. It wasn't until 1915 when Léonce Rosenberg approached him. Under Rosenberg's support, Gris was able to return to the colors that he was inspired by in Ceret back in 1913. Gris had been the strongest colorist among Cubist painters, and he strikingly regaled this Guitare sur une table in the luminous Riemann of color harmonies, already well practiced, and now replete with stippled forms like notes freed from a composer's score which lent his instrument a suitably musical and celebratory air.